So yeah, Joe was just reacting to a super chat that we just got from Forever Cuber. Not sure if y'all heard, but breaking news: Prince Andrew stripped of military titles and charities amid abuse lawsuit.
Which
I don't. I haven't heard that confirmed. So, but if that's the case, that's a pretty big deal.
Which
But
I
that makes
actually
sense.
I was on. So I was on. I think it was with. I'm drawing a blank now on the guy's name. He's a pretty big YouTuber. I'm trying to remember his name, but he had me on with some British woman who really knows all about British pop culture and royal culture in Britain is like a big deal. That is like the deal there. Sean Atwood, that's who it was. So I think it was no, it wasn't. It was with Andy Signor. So I was on with Andy Signor and this other woman, and she was some specialist in British pop culture. And she said how there was a massive call for him to be stripped of his titles because of this whole thing, that this is just too humiliating to the crown, that he's associated with this whole thing. And
this is confirmed.
This is confirmed information. So good job to you, Forever Cuber.
Forever Cuber is confirmed.
His information. So he's been stripped of these titles. It's so apparently this is something that Great Britain populace was really demanding and calling for in order to preserve the legacy of royalty. This is just too much of a stain for them that even if he ends up, not losing on this suit, which frankly he'll probably end up settling, especially now that he's already been stripped of his title. So there's that much more reason for him to settle. Before he's stripped of his title, I would think that, maybe he wants to preserve his title and it's worth it to him to try and win in court. If you win in court, in that case, he would preserve that. But now I think he's probably going to end up settling. He's more likely he's going to end up settling. That's just my.
You don't want to go to Discovery with this, right? Discovery is going to be hell with this. Oh my God.
Yeah.
But what about sovereign immunity though? Because because he's a British royal, and usually they get sovereign immunity, but I know that's criminal cases, but I'm not sure how it works in the civil context because you can't sue the queen, right? Because she's sovereign, so she's the head of state, but she's a sitting head of state. And so, but I'm not sure how it works with the
he was a duke. He was. I mean, I don't know if he's been stripped of that title. I assume that's a title he's been stripped of. That way, he was a duke.
I'm not entirely sure because I know that if you are, when it comes to foreign nationals, if they are in the United States as diplomats, they get diplomatic immunity. I don't know. I presume that he wasn't in the United States under diplomatic immunity at the time. But I don't know if that would also extend to him as a royal if he automatically gets diplomatic immunity every time he comes to the United States. I don't know, because I know that, like, if we were to look at it, like, let's say members of our government, let's say, the military, we have military bases all around the world, in all kinds of countries. Folks in the military get into trouble with local laws all the time, and they don't automatically have immunity just because they're part of a foreign government. And in fact, that's why we have things like espionage and et cetera, so you can get into all kinds of trouble with other foreign laws if you don't have some kind of specific immunity. So I don't know the answer to that, but I'm actually very curious to look into it.